we enter March, we want to start to be a little bit more detail-oriented with the things that will help us improve our golf swing. So we're starting to get ourselves prepared for when the weather gets a little warmer and we're able to hit the range on a more regular basis for our practice. I want to talk to you a little bit about the flying elbow. Now, as I walk around the golf course, the range, or in the middle of lessons, I get a lot of people asking me about the flying elbow. How can they get rid of it? Should they get rid of it? Or maybe it's something where they find that it's very difficult to fix. Now, what I point out to everyone is that there are a lot of great golfers that have played with a flying elbow. Two of them, in fact, are Jack Nicklaus and my favorite golfer of all time, Freddie Couples. So it may not be something that you actually need to work on or try to get rid of. Another issue with the flying elbow is the fact that you may have limited mobility in your shoulder, and if that's the case, then you definitely do not want to waste a lot of time on working on that. If anything, you can also do some exercises that'll help you with that, but as I said, it's not necessarily the cancer to your golf swing. So what I want to show you is a way that you can test yourself to find out if there's an issue with your shoulder and if indeed a flying elbow is something that you need to work on. So the flying elbow for the golfer is such that when they take their backswing, their elbow will fly out in this manner. And as I pointed out, a lot of great golfers in history have played with it. Freddie Couples, Jack Nicklaus, George Knudson, Miller Barber are golfers that come to mind. Now, here's a great test for you. It's very simple for you to do to find out if there's any shoulder mobility issues for you to be concerned with. What you're going to do is you're going to stand up straight like this and raise your arm so that it's perpendicular to your spine angle or parallel to the ground like this. For right-handed golfers, it would be your right arm. Once you're here, what you're going to do is raise your arm up, your forearm, in this manner. Now, if you can get to 90 degrees or beyond without your chest rising up in this manner to help you, then you're all right in terms of shoulder mobility. However, if you find that you get to about here, which is less than 90 degrees, and then all of a sudden you're trying to bend backwards in this manner to get more range of motion, then there is a limited shoulder mobility issue there. If that is the case, you are going to have a flying elbow, because when you take your backswing, you can't get yourself in that nice position. See how I'm arching my body? So other factors will come into play. You'll pop up out of your posture, you'll lose your spine angle, you'll raise up in this way. So you see how I've created early extension, my hips fly forward like this. So that's why it's important for you to test this. Again, you're standing up straight, and as you're doing this, the arm is up here, and if you can get to 90 degrees or beyond, you're fine. Now we can step that up a notch, and what you can do is from here, get into your golf stance like this, and then now try to do the same thing. So there's my arm, and notice I'm setting it up perpendicular with my setup there. So once I'm there, I raise it up, and notice I can get past my ear without pulling out of my setup. If that's the case, as I mentioned, then a flying elbow should not be an issue for you. If you're someone that gets into this posture, this setup position, and can't get past your head or your ear, you're going to have a flying elbow. And quite frankly, it's okay. Okay, well, now we've discovered that you may have some shoulder mobility issues. Well, I want to show you a couple of stretches that will help you with that. Now, the first thing you can do is you can go to a door frame here, and once you're setting up there, you put your shoulder right up against it or your arm right up against the door frame like this, and then just bend forward. And that will really help you with the range of motion issue that you would have. Do it gently, do it slowly. Remember to continue breathing when you're doing this. Another one from the same position are basically torso turns with that position. So if I do it from over here, the first one was bending forward as I was doing this, and I can feel it all along the shoulder here. The second one is this. I get in the same position, I'm standing tall, and then I turn Again, I'm breathing the whole time. So I inhale, exhale. And that will help you as well. If you have one of these physio balls at home, this can also help you out with some stretching routines for your shoulders. One thing you can do is get on all fours here, and you see I've got my arm here, and just like I was doing at the door frame, I'm going to turn into the ball in this manner. Remember to keep breathing, so I'm inhaling now and exhaling into the push. Another exercise for your shoulder, again on all fours, is have the ball out at arm's length and then just gently rolling it back and forth like this. Do this on both sides so you're working them out equally. All right? Keep doing that, 10 repetitions each one of those exercises, and very quickly you should be noticing that you have a little bit more mobility with your shoulders, and whatever work you're doing in your backswing is probably going to be a lot easier after a couple of weeks of this.